morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to MandoLessons Live. It has been a long time. It's been, I think, over 2 months at this point. Hope you're all doing well. My name's Baron Collins Hill. If this is your first time here, let me know in the chat. Love to see new names pop up, see some old familiar names already, which is great. Hope you are all having a great start to 2023. That was a tune. AV got there eventually with Boys of Blue Hill. I had to remind myself how that one went before the stream started because I couldn't come up with it. Yeah, some of those hornpipes just kind of roll together. But a classic Irish hornpipe in the key of D. We're going to play that one together at the end of the hour. All right, I'll catch up with the chat here, and yeah, great to see you all. If this is your first time here, or you're wondering what's going on, this is an hour of Q&A. So if you have any questions about playing the mandolin, this is a great time to ask. I'll do my best to answer them, do my best to keep up with the chat. And if you want to hear any tunes, by all means throw them out there. I can't promise that I'll know how they go, but it's only one way to find out. We have C Drive 300 from Indiana. Good to have you here. Dan, as always. Betsy, Sherry, Shane, AV, Uncle Bobby, Lewis, long time no see, Robert, CM Johns, Jim, Ursanos, Roger, and Huey. Amazing. Great to have you all here. We got folks from all over the world. Great to see it. Alaska, love it. Let's see. Catch up with the chat, make sure I'm not missing anything. AV says, just buried my wife and danced on top of her. I can't remember how that tune goes. No. I can't remember how that one goes. I don't think there's a lesson for it on my website. Great tune. Unfortunate name, but great tune and a classic. So if you're interested in that one, definitely look it up. It's a fun one. CJ from snowy Minnesota. I'm so bad with the state abbreviations. Michigan. It's got to be Michigan. Yeah, Michigan. Probably. Oh no, last August you smashed your left index finger in a car door, finally able to play again. Glad you are back to it. Yeah, these fragile little digits are just waiting to get hurt. But glad it's healed up and you're back to it. Yeah, it's a good set. Harvest Home and Boys of Blue Hill. Awesome. Huey says, first time here, got a mandolin for my 60th birthday. Congratulations, happy birthday, and welcome. Chandler from Kentucky, good to have you here. Janice from upstate New York, just started playing last month, taking a beginner class in person, but learned much from you as well. Awesome. Yeah, great. Glad to have you here. Oh, awesome. Huey's from West Highlands of Scotland. Welcome. Oh, Freezy Jig. Cool. Yeah, that's the nice thing, is there's often multiple names for tunes. And pick which you like. All right. Well, what have y'all been working on? Let's see, what have I been working on? Oh, I learned a tune recently. A tune I first heard from John Hartford. I'll see if I can actually play this tune. I'm going to give it a big introduction and then probably not be able to play it. But a tune I first heard from John Hartford, one of my favorite musicians of all time. And I think it's originally an Ed Haley tune, an old-time fiddle player, that there's some old source recordings of. But then I recently learned it from the playing of JP and Anadine Fraley. Great old-time duo. It's a great old-time tune in the key of C. It's got a couple weird little phrases in it. I'm going to pick up the other instrument here. That was the 10-string mandola, but I'm going to go back to the old faithful regular mandolin. There it is. It is called Catletsburg. sorry. Woo! One still needs to work its way into my fingers a little bit more. But that's what practice is for. Yeah, so fun little C tune. It's kind of got this. I really love a lot of the tunes. If you're unfamiliar with JP and Anna Dean Fraley, great duo. I can't remember exactly what state they're from at the moment. They play a lot of tunes, like not super fast, just really nice kind of lope along tunes. Really interesting repertoire they've got. And that's one of them. That one's got, it's interesting because it's in C. But it's got these little F sharp moments. In the A part and in the B part. Right here. Back to F natural. And there we have it. Yeah, so that was a fun one. Took me a little while to learn, but that's why they invented slowdowners. Alright, so yeah, that's what I've been working on. We've all been working on. I'll catch up with the chat here. Alright, Betsy says, how's the new place? And Jim says, are you in a new home? Yep. Emma and I moved February 1st, part of why I wasn't here. Got sick in like mid-January, and it just really lingered for about a month. And on top of that, I moved February 1st. So in a new space, pretty much the same studio setup. Slightly smaller room, but it's all working out. It's making me be even more organized than usual, which is good. And yeah, I'm really liking the new place. Hopefully we get to stay here a little bit longer, because this is our fourth house in 3 years, and we're tired of moving. But maybe this one will stick around. All right, let's see. Hey, James, good to have you here from London. Ooh, O'Sullivan's March request from AV. I know of O'Sullivan's as an Irish tune, but maybe there's a lot of, there's a lot of back and forth there. How does that one go? we have it, a little bit of O'Sullivan's March, a great tune. My favorite version of that is Jenna Moynihan and Maury Campbell. Great duo, fiddle and harp. They do it really slow and really beautiful. 5-string fiddle, got that low C. Maybe they changed the key of it a little bit, but really fun. If you don't know that duo, definitely check them out. Awesome. Jim went to a Pete Werner camp. Learned my shortcomings. Yep, that's what camps will do. I went to a couple old time festivals recently and learned mine. That's why I came back and wanted to learn that. Catlettsburg. Thank you, Andy, for the super chat with a welcome back message. It's good to be back. Yeah, it was no fun being away for so long, but I appreciate the support, and however support comes through, whether it's super chats or PayPal donations, there's links in the description. Also, there's a ton of folks here that are supporting me on Patreon, which is greatly appreciated. And speaking of Patreon, to those of you at or interested in the $5 a month or more level on Patreon, the Patreon live stream is tomorrow. I do a patron-only live stream every month, and it's a good way to kind of chill out and go a little more in-depth rather than me trying to keep up with the chat on these public streams. So yes, that's happening tomorrow. All the information and the link on Patreon. So thank you for the support, Andy. Appreciate it, and good to hear from you. All right, and Joe is here. He was going to be at a jam, but apparently the jam is not happening, or he decided not to go. Glad you're here, but as always, you know, if you have the opportunity to go out and play with other people, always take those opportunities. Nice. Lewis is working on The Blackest Crow, beautiful song, and Waterbound. Richie and Rosie. Is that the like? How does he? The moon and the stars are shining bright. I don't really know the song, but beautiful song if that's the one you're talking about. Because there's also more up. Waterbound, I can't get home. Uncle Bobby's refining the few songs I know from memory. Finished learning Long Journey Home. Another, man, you all have great taste in songs and tunes. Long Journey Home, Doc Watson, beautiful song. Woo! And 2 weeks fresh from Nashville Acoustic Camp. Awesome, I haven't heard of that one. That sounds fun. Got to catch up with all the camp offerings these days. Callum's Road. Oh, that's a great tune. I don't know it. I feel like I tried to learn it at one point and then it slipped out of my head before I could really cement it in my memory. There's some record that I have that's on. And there's also a YouTube video of a button accordion player that's like rattling around in my head somewhere of that tune. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. That's the way. Nice. C Drive is taking Sharon's course on Peghead Nation, working on all her beginner tunes. Awesome. Yeah, I've heard really great things. Sharon's an amazing teacher, an amazing musician in general. Oh, nice. Robert says, enjoying On Common Ground into Midnight on the Water. That's fun. On Common Ground is a tune that I wrote a long time ago, and Midnight on the Water is a classic. Joe says, been trying Strum Machine and really liking it. They've got a 14-day free trial. Yeah, I know a lot of people really like that. I've never taken the chance to check it out, but it seems, I remember when I first heard about it, it was like pretty basic, but I think they've really like continued to develop it, and it seems like it's really well put together. Oh man, Joe, thank you so much for the super chat on moving expenses. Yeah, that was that money's going to the right place, that's for sure. But really appreciate that. Miss Monaghan's. Play it not too fast if anyone wants to join along. Key of D, Irish tune. beautiful. I love that tune. That's one of my favorite Irish tunes of all time. If I ever am in a session and need to start a tune, that's usually one of them. Or if I'm like in the middle of a set and like, uh-oh, I don't know what to play next. Kind of anything goes into that tune. Let's see. Ursonaut says, been having difficulty with the outside E string. It's hanging a lot. I don't know. Is that a typo? Twanging. So is it buzzing? Yeah, maybe if it's buzzing. Like the things I always check are like, let's see if we can get this to focus. Come on now, you can do it. There we go. Like check the slots. Sometimes just like putting a new string on helps. But check those slots. Also check at the bridge. It's usually something either on the neck, or sorry, at the nut or on the bridge. Make sure those slots are clean, and try a new E string in there. That can help some buzzing. It could be a fret buzz, but if it's ringing open, if you hit it and it's making a bad sound, that means it's usually something at the bridge or the nut. So those are the first things to check out. Usually a pretty easy fix too if you don't feel like doing it yourself. Shouldn't be too much work for a tech, or too expensive for a tech to suss out. Joe says raining hard in Southern California, 3 inches overnight. Yeah, it's been a wild weather. We just got it varied a little bit across town, but here in Portland, Oregon, we just got 9 inches of snow at our house, and I think the official total was measured was over 10 inches up at the airport where they do the measurement. And yeah, it was the second snowiest. It was the second largest snowfall in recorded history in Portland. The first was like 14 inches in the 50s sometime. But yeah, it's still icy and crazy out there. So hope everybody's staying safe, whatever weather you are getting at the moment. Dan has a keen eye. He says new dread in the corner. Yep. Yeah, I kind of always go back and forth on dread. I don't play that much bluegrass. I don't know how in tune this thing is, but yeah. So I kind of always, every couple of years, I end up with a dread. I love my main instrument, or my main 6-string at this point, so this is a Collings D1T, the baked Sitka top, and a 1 11/16 inch nut for the guitar nerds out there. And kind of the big reason I got this was my main guitar that I have played for years now is a Collings 01, so like the little smallest size, well, bigger than a parlor, but the single O size 01T with a baked Sitka top and a 1 11/16 inch nut. So this is like all the same specs except dreadnought. It came up for a price that I couldn't say no to, so yeah, it's got a lot more. It's got more ability to be loud and push a group of fiddle players. So it's big and it's loud and it not as comfy. I love. Mostly I play a lot of old time backup. And so I don't really need that kind of intense dread sound. But it is nice if I'm in a larger group, because if I play the single O, it kind of maxes out at a certain point and just kind of gets floppy. Where this thing, you can push it as hard as it wants and it keeps going. So if I'm trying to back up a big group of fiddle players, this is a nice thing to have. Let's see. Ooh, far. Let me see. Don't want to jump ahead. Icy Michigan, Rick. Good to have you here. Hope you're staying safe in that ice. Hello from icy Portland. Dan says, getting wet down here. Betsy says, Far From Home. I would love to play Far From Home. I'm gonna have to cheat to remember how it goes here, but I know it. Far From Home. How does this go? Oh no, how's this go? Alright, I think I can keep that in my head. Go, a little bit of Far From Home. A great tune. I haven't played that in ages. Is that a Cape Breton tune? I never remember exactly where that came from. But it's a great one. And I wish I could remember how to start it. Alright, let's see. Lewis says, Becky and I just went to the Bluegrass Festival at Denison University. Cool. Magnus Netherland was there. Cool. Awesome. Hayes Griffin got to hang out and jam. Awesome. Two great folks. HAIS from West Sussex Coast, UK. Good to have you here. Thanks for joining. Victoria says, glad I can see you live today. Glad to be here. Thanks for stopping in. Learning mandolin on my own right now, so I've been playing along with your technique videos. Glad to hear it. Thanks for watching. Yeah, Miss Monahan's is always a hit in my book. Awesome. Nino's been watching the Irish tunes and learning them. Glad to hear it. Greetings from Cork. Would love to make it back to Cork. I was in Cork briefly. Mostly just stopping through on the way to the, oh shoot, what is it called there? The festival out on point there. Oh, come on. What is the name of that? I went. Oh, it's like it's the name of a place near where I grew up, but it's not the same. I just have to go look this up here real quick because it's hurting my brain. Cork. Oh man, come on! I was out there. Baltimore. There we go. It was not a place near where I grew up, but I just knew it's also a place in the States. Baltimore Fiddle Fair or Fiddle Festival. Super fun. I think it's in like March or April. I can't remember exactly, but if you haven't been, check it out. All right. Let's see. Adele, good to have you here. Hello from cold and sunny Halifax. Good to be back. Good to see you back. Joe says not to hijack the thread and getting my new Eastman E4000. Is that like a 00 guitar? I think that's what's going on there. That's the plans. Oh, brothers hand delivering from Alaska to California. Awesome. Yeah, Eastman makes great guitars. Everything they make is great. Whoa, we just got a big swath of super chats come through. Uncle Bobby. Joe added to the moving fund. Uncle Bobby went right for the guitar and mandolin fund. I don't know. You're a bad influence, Uncle Bobby, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. And we from Kane. Awesome. Glad you're enjoying the lessons, and also from Robert and Roy. Thank you all so much for the super chats. Really does help me put out do these live streams and put out lessons and all that sort of stuff. Thank you, Roy. Glad you've been enjoying the website. Betsy says, amazing how you can go from not remembering how to play a tune to nailing it. I've played that tune a lot. It's mostly, yeah, it's like muscle memory. I don't know. I often, and I love watching people do what I just did. Because it's like, oh, how does that tune go? And they like wiggle their fingers around. It's like, oh, didn't quite get it. Oh, there's a little phrase. Get a little more, and then it's off to the races. And yeah, it's really just, for me, it just feels like muscle memory. It's like, I don't remember how to wiggle my fingers in the right way to make this tune come out. But usually if I get one little phrase, like with that one, I was like, and I had that much, I was like, okay, now I've got the A part. And then I went for the B and couldn't get it. Listened. Awesome, and then I remembered it goes back to sort of that A phrase. Uncle Bobby says, who's the bad influence? Because I convinced Uncle Bobby to get a tenor banjo. Touche. Hope you're enjoying that banjo, by the way. Yeah, muscle memory is a weird thing. Oh, cool, nice. It was, Far From Home was in O'Neill's. For some reason I associate, there's like a name of a tune, a Cape Breton tune. Oh, maybe it's My Cape Breton Home and Far From Home. Maybe those get mixed up in my head and then I forget, get their homes mixed up. Nice. Well, have fun with that, that Eastman, Joe. It's always fun. It's always fun when a new guitar comes. Is that why you didn't go to the jam? You had to sit around and wait for a guitar. I've been there. Yeah. Muscle memory is definitely a thing. So Joe says Speed doesn't come until it's muscle memory and all in your fingers. Yeah, there's definitely some truth to that. And also, like, I think that's a big thing that I like to practice is like practice. That's why I like to practice and sort of really focus on tone and kind of left and right hand coordination, because that all, like, as you speed up, all of that stuff starts to get away from you too. Far Away. Oh, that's a great tune. There is also a tune called Far Away. That is written by Peter Young, or Jung. I'm not sure how to say his name. It's in one of the Portland collection. No. It's in one of the Waltz books. I can't remember how that tune goes right now. Far Away. Anyway, too many tunes rattling around in the brain. That's why 80% of the time they won't come out. Oh, thank you, Huey, for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so Uncle Bobby says, I am enjoying the tenor banjo, but it needs a new head. That's the thing. Those old Vegas, like, they're all slightly different sizes, and if it doesn't have a head on it that says the size, it's kind of hard to measure. But there are, if you're having trouble like sourcing a head, shoot me a message and I'll help you, because it's definitely weird because they made them in like 4 different sizes between the size of like 10 and 3/4 and 11 and 15/16. Then there's the crown. There's a whole thing. But if you want to try to chat about head, shoot me an email and I'll try to get you sorted there. I haven't played any old time tunes yet, I don't think. Oh no, I played that Catletsburg. But seems like I'm caught up with the chat. Ooh, any new tenor guitar tunes lately? Not really. I mean, mostly what I do on tenor guitar is back up other musicians. But tenor guitar, I don't know. I've been playing this Smart. Maybe I'll do a little of this here. Been playing this thing a lot. The Smart Archtop tenor. I recently got this pickup. Whoa, where are we here? Put on it so I can play it plugged in. Sorry for the butt shot there. Whoa, I was even on the close one. My bad. Should make sound in a second. Nope. That should make some sound in a second. Maybe I've got the wrong. No, it should be right. Yeah, there's something coming out there. A little what I've been doing on tenor guitar a lot lately. A little confused. Whatever. Still figuring out my kind of amp situation back there, so wasn't quite doing what I was expecting, but what you gonna do? Let's see. Uncle Bobby says, guessing it's 11 inch. Yeah, it's hard because a lot of times they're not, it's not like straight. If you buy like a straight 11 inch head, it's not going to fit. It's going to be too big, I would imagine. Because like a lot of times it's 15/16 or something annoying like that. Ooh, Crooked Stovepipe. I'll play that on a little tenor guitar. Let's see. Put it out of tune a little bit there, playing too hard. Crooked Stovepipe, awesome New England tune. Dorky as can be, and that's just the way I like them. Christine says, really enjoyed the video of you playing with Owen Marshall et al. Yeah, that was super fun. That was we recorded that back in April of 2021. No, 2022. And very fun project. Yeah, so if anyone doesn't know what Christine's talking about, if you look up Owen Marshall, his album that he just put out is called Throughline. I got to play tenor guitar and mandolin on that record. There's a video of us all playing together. It's a great lineup. It was Allison DeGroot on banjo, Issa Burke on fiddle and electric guitar, Jenna Moynihan, who I mentioned earlier as a half of the duo that does that great version of O'Sullivan's March, Emily Troll playing fiddle and button accordion. Piano accordion. I feel like I'm leaving somebody out. My brain. Excuse me. Yeah, for some reason my brain just went blank. So if I forgot anybody, my apologies. But Owen Marshall, his new album's called Throughline. It was very fun. And yeah, Did I have to change strings with the pickup? I did. So I put on just regular nickel strings. I might try some others. So yeah, phosphor bronze strings aren't gonna. The phosphor bronze is not as magnetically active or whatever as nickel. So I had to put nickel strings on to get proper output from the pickups. There are some other options. There's one I just saw called like white bronze or something that I think GHS or somebody makes that I'd like to try. So yeah, it's in progress for sure, figuring out what the right strings are for this instrument. It's also a little hard because I have like it's a cut because it's a tenor guitar tuned GDAE. It's uncommon enough that I need to just buy like single strings, and they don't make single strings in all of the versions. But yeah, that's definitely something that I've been working on. Cool. Glad you're enjoying the jazzy stuff on the tenor. Yeah, a new name for MandoLessons. Excuse me. Still getting over this cough. Coffee will help. It's got cough in the name. I do have tenorguitarlessons.com. And there's only like an introduction to GDAD tuning, which if anyone's interested, it's very fun tuning. But I don't have any time or plans to keep making lessons for that website at this point in my life, but you never know. All right, let's see here. Wow, we are getting to the end of the hour. Time flies. So if there's any last minute questions, throw them out there now. And then we will also play a little bit of that, what you call it there, Boys of Blue Hill. Let's see. Oh, what is that called? That's called Leo's Lullaby. I think modern composed old time tune. Oh, Drowsy Maggie. I can't remember how Drowsy Maggie goes off the top of my head, unfortunately. And I think it's time to play a little bit of Boys of Blue Hill. Let's see. I'll get a mandolin back. And let's see. All right. Boys of Blue Hill. I'm gonna have to remember how this goes. I definitely needed to cheat right before getting on the stream. Close enough. Cool, there it is. So, the way this works is I'll play the melody first. You can back me up with some chords or just play the melody along with me. And then I'll switch to chords so you can play the melody. And we'll just jam it back and forth a couple times. Not too fast. B. You take it. A2. B. B2. I'll take it. You take it. A2. B2, B1. everybody together. Alright, there we go. A little bit of whatever that is. Boys of Blue Hill. Great Irish hornpipe. Alright, well, what should we play next week? We're out of time, so it's time to pick a tune for next week and bid you all adieu. Just because I'm done live streaming doesn't mean you all should be done playing music, though, so keep the mandolins out and tuned and just keep having fun with it. Ooh, I don't know. Is, the Heatons doing anything today? Anybody have any idea if the Heatons are on? Let's find out here. I feel like maybe they aren't. Nope. Next Heaton jam. So if you're unfamiliar, Shannon Heaton, you can look up her Shannon and then Heaton on YouTube. Hosts some Irish, guided Irish sessions on YouTube. Very fun. I love tuning into those. And it looks like the next one is on the 4th. So next week there will be a Heaton session. But, you know, keep the mandolin out. Enjoy the rest of your Saturdays. And we'll see you again next... Am I going to be here next weekend? I think so. Yeah, see you next week. Let's see. What's the tune going to be? Foster's Reel. I don't know that tune. Drowsy Maggie. Yeah, there we go. Let me look and make sure Drowsy Maggie is even on my website. Play along jams. It is. And we haven't done it since episode 94, so that's a good amount of time. Great. Drowsy Maggie it is next week. I'm going to have to learn how it goes. Great. All right. Well, have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and see you next time. Happy picking. Bye-bye. Whoops.